Well, friends from the world, Maldini, what a tremendous match we've seen in Cornellà. Defeat for the leader. Real Madrid lost 1-0 against Espanyol with this goal from Romero. It was an incredible match. I want to comment on a lot of things. It was a very controversial match with many plays that we're going to analyze. You all know that, of course, when there's controversy, and there was obviously in this match, we analyze it in depth. Let's analyze all the controversial plays. Real Madrid played a much better second half than the first, which wasn't hard to do because their first half was frankly poor. In the second half, Madrid had chances, hit the post, had plays to score, but Espanyol caught them on a counter-attack. Many times football has all the time the ball from Madrid in the second half. Press. Espanyol, of course, was desperately trying to equalize. That 0-0 they held on to like a treasure. They caught them on a counter-attack and won the match with a goal from Romero, one of the key players of the match. Here we have Jude Bellingham with Kral, one of the key figures of the match. Romero, who, of course, we're also going to discuss in terms of the controversial plays. There will be a lot of talk, too, of the immobility, probably, of Carlo Ancelotti. I want to talk about all of that. I want to talk about Vinicius' match. I want to talk about Bellingham's match, of the spectacular match by Joan Garcia, the goalkeeper for Espanyol. Anyway, there are many things to analyze in this Espanyol in Real Madrid 0. The bombshell dropped, an absolutely unexpected result that we're going to analyze many things about. All right, let's go. Well, guys, you know that the Maldini World sponsors the city of Ceuta. It's a wonderful city. You have to visit it because you're really going to enjoy it, and I'm right in Plaza de Africa. Now we continue talking about the match in Plaza de Africa where the three powers come together. Aside from football, we have some kids when football here, the ecclesiastical power, the military power, and right in front, the political power. A place you have to see is Plaza de Africa. All right, let's go, friends of the world. Maldini. It's a match that Madrid will want to forget as soon as possible, both because of the loss and also due to Rudiger's injury. Now, let's dive into the controversies, which we will discuss in depth. But about Rudiger, I mean, Carlo Ancelotti has to be criticized a lot for this match for many things. For the lack of substitutions or the substitutions made very late. There are many things that I'm going to analyze tomorrow regarding the ratings. And also about Rudiger. I mean, it's clear that he was the player who had played the most minutes for Real Madrid so far this season. And he got injured. Right. At the moment when Madrid is going to need a player like Rudiger the most. Because, of course, in the end, Madrid now has, the cup match against Leganés, which is already ruled out, of course, for Rudiger. But then they have the derby against Atletico de Madrid. Just look at that, how it has turned out right now. And then they already have the first leg match against Manchester City. And without Rudiger, Madrid has a very serious problem, which also has a lot to do with the planning of the squad. But that's it. This is the moment when Rudiger goes down because it's a muscle issue. We'll see exactly what he has until what he can play. But all that has a lot to do with it. And this is not Ancelotti's fault. With the planning of the squad, that's very clear. Today, Ancelotti insisted again on Tchouaméni. And as a center back, let's see, we're going to look at the 11. And now we're going to get into a lot of things. Friends from the world, Maldini, of course. Here we have the 11 with Joan Garcia, the best player of the match. Definitely Hilali, Kumbula, Cabrera, and Romero, the one who scored the goal. Urco Gonzalez and Paulo Lozano. I liked Urco Gonzalez quite a bit, by the way. Javi Puado, Romero Fernandez, Kral, and Joffre, who also had a first half with a lot of work. Constant work. Well, like all the Spaniards, a lot of work. Real Madrid with Courtois. Lucas Vázquez, Tchouaméni, Rudiger, Fran Garcia. Rudiger insists on playing as a centre-back. Once again, Ancelotti has left. Asensio out. And when he came in, it was clear that he's not better than Tchouaméni as a centre-back. There's just no comparison. He's just infinitely better. I put Tchouaméni as a centre-back. Rudiger injured in the first half. I already said Ceballos, Valverde. For me, Valverde had a weak game today. Rodrygo, who has been one of the best. And Vinicius, who has been quite underwhelming, although he scored a disallowed goal, which we are also going to analyze. Jude Bellingham and Mbappé. If you want, let's get into the controversies because I think in this match, and it is what it is, we're going to analyze a lot of things more. But first play, controversial, goal disallowed. For A, Gona next to Vinicius. This is the moment. It's a great goal by Vinicius. Mbappé is grappling with the player from Espanyol. It's true that at the last moment, I think Mbappé pushes. It's true that Mbappé pushes, but if the referee is shown the entire play, they'll see that it's just a struggle. In the end, Mbappé is taken out. What happens is that the referee probably only sees the final part of the play. But if he sees everything, if he's shown everything, it's really a struggle where in the end, Mbappe pushes. But it's a foul that both are committing. Surely one of the greyest plays we can see, one that we're going to analyze. But I think the goal could have counted. It could have perfectly gone up on the scoreboard. The most controversial play. What else is going to be talked about? Let's see. Honestly, Romero's thing about Mbappe is a red card as big as a piano. It's more, I find it unbelievable. I find it unbelievable that VAR didn't review it. He gives him a yellow card. Mbappe is going down the right side. He's already going. It's a play into space, and Romero dives. Here you can see, look closely, because this time the photo really helps, because look exactly how it is. With the studs, he dives right at the leg. He's impacting Mbappe's leg, but fortunately Mbappe hasn't been injured. Well, it's a play that can seriously injure you. And you can see the sock. Look at the sock, how it's being pulled down, because you can see the impact of the foot from the sole, from Romero's studs. It's a red card. To me, it seems like a clear red card. I mean, it really does. Honestly, I find it unbelievable that VAR didn't call the referee over, because here we see another angle. For me, it was a very clear red card. That's my opinion. Friends from the world, Maldini, you don't have to agree. I want you to tell me in the comments, but to me, it seems like a clear red card. A blatant red card from Romero, who on top of that is the one who scored the goal to top it all off. On top of that, Romero is the one who scores the goal for Espanyol. Red card, clear, honestly, clear red card. I really don't see it. Honestly, I don't think there's even a discussion, in my opinion, but well, many of you might not agree. But I think it's a very clear red card on Kylian Mbappe. And then there was another play that is indeed more complicated to see, but we're going to show it too. It's a handball by Joffrey in the area, struggling with Joan Garcia. And it's true. Look, Joffrey's left arm, which there touches the ball right with his arm and takes it with his arm. Let's see it here. Look at the arm here. It's harder to see, but of course there's VAR. It's the VAR. And I honestly think it looks like a handball to me. The truth is that today, Real Madrid, well, he doesn't have, he has every reason to be angry with the refereeing. That's the reality. Real Madrid has every reason to be angry with the refereeing. Other than that, it was a weak game from Vinicius. In the first half, he started off better. Then, little by little, Vinicius started to disappear from the game, and we saw very little of him. To the point that the best was an attack, Rodrygo, who sent a shot to the post. And in the end, with Ancelotti's immobility, he hasn't placed it on the left. At times, bringing Vinicius inside. I think in the end, Ancelotti's substitutions were the classic ones. Well, it was first because of Rudiger's injury, but the classics, I mean, taking off Lucas Vazquez in the final stretch to put Valverde as a fullback in the last minutes and bringing in Brahim, everything is too constrained. And I think in the end, Carlo Ancelotti is going to be criticized with quite a bit of justification. The Spanish team played their game. They had a very good defensive match. He had a game like Joan Garcia. Memorable, spectacular. And when he signed for the draw, because he signed for the draw, that's a reality. He caught a counter-attack and won the game with his goal from Romero. As I said, he should have been sent off earlier. It wasn't like that. And Romero is the one who ends up scoring this goal that gives Espanyol 3 golden points. That takes them out of the relegation zone. By the way, a few more details. I liked it. Well, Real Madrid's first half was frankly weak. A slow team, a team always asking for it. Always at the feet, always playing, with their back to the goal, practically not generating any danger. In the second half, Espanyol defended quite comfortably in the first half. Honestly, quite comfortable. Madrid was very slow. In the second half, Madrid got their act together and was much better than Espanyol. That's the reality. Much better than Espanyol. They dominated, created danger, and had chances. Mbappe made a spectacular play that resulted in a save with the score still 0-0 against Joan Garcia. A great save. It would have been the goal for 0-1 for Real Madrid, but Espanyol takes away their 3 points. They defended very well. And in the end, they take a tremendous victory. To finish, Tchouaméni theme. Tchouaméni has been horrible again. I don't even know what to say anymore. But he has been really bad. Honestly, he has been really bad. Tchouaméni, I really liked Rodrygo a lot in Real Madrid. I really liked Kylian Mbappe's second half. And I think Madrid's defeat opens up the league. La Liga is on fire again. Tomorrow we're going to see what Barca does against Alaves. They could cut 3 points off. Atletico de Madrid has gotten very close. They could be leaders if they beat Real Madrid. And Madrid faces some matches beyond the Leganés game. It's just a match logically for Carlo Cruz because there's really nothing more to it. It's just one match. It's a single elimination round. I'll comment on it on Movistar. By the way, I think Madrid is facing some very tough matches. Atletico de Madrid, Manchester, the 2 matches against City, probably without Rudiger. We'll see how long it takes Rudiger to come back. He's going to try, obviously. Anyway, Spain 1, Real Madrid 0. This is what I think, friends from Mundo Maldini. I want your opinion. A hug. Dear